Welcome. So Malcolm Wellmaker versus Kris Moutinho. Um, Short Mickey says Kris Moutinho is a punching bag. He said something like the punching bag is back. I mean, the punching bag was able to get like together like a 5 win streak. Twizy Rich, what up, man? You've been scarce. I assume you're busy, maybe with work or something. You already know Moti no longer. Wow. Renier the Rizlo, do you think Chris can survive? Um, Let me see survival skills. You know what? I mean, Mutino probably is not the same guy. Is not the same guy that we saw when he was lost in the UFC, right? It feels like he's a little bit older now. He is a little bit more experienced, even though he wasn't fighting the best competition outside the UFC. Um, I mean, he is basically on a on a five fight winning streak. I mean, even if you're not fighting the best competition, I genuinely feel like it's um a kind of impressive. Um, Actually, what did Twizzy say? Twizzy Rich, I noticed something interesting though. If you KO Cameron Simon, you're automatically minus 1,000. Wow. Okay. I didn't actually notice that. Renee the Rizla, damn, nice observation. Twizzy Rich, yeah, kind of interesting. Anyway, so in all honesty, I don't at this particular point in time, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to say if Mutino is going to actually be finished in this particular fight. Um, I still feel like Wallmaker still needs a little bit more, or rather, I would like to see a little bit more from Wallmaker in order for me to have any sort of confidence in his ability to actually finish fights, because ultimately at this point, um, we might be looking. Okay, let me not say that, but I mean, look at what happened to Peyton Talbot. We were all high on Peyton, and look at what happened. So although I called it, I was like, Raoni Barcelos can wrestle, and we haven't seen Talbot being tested on the grappling. I remember saying that. And I was like, I'm not sure, but you know what? I'm going with Talbot, but I wouldn't be surprised if something happens. But let me not just say the same thing about Wallmaker, because ultimately his takedown defense so far has been decent, or rather exceptional. Let me not even say decent. I think it has been exceptional. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It's quite impressive for Wallmaker to be on a five-fight win streak, and I'm assuming he was actually working on trying to get into the UFC. So I can see him actually coming back to actually try and prove a point. And I don't want to say an upset, but um, I'm confident. I'm confident in one makeup. I'm just a little bit wary because once again, Montino is on a five-fight win streak. You don't achieve that without any type of dedication, even if you're not fighting the best level of competition. I feel like it shows an improvement in his game. Um, I think he's going to be a bit of a problem. So, in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to a decision. However, I think a finish is likely here. My subscribers and I obviously are going with Malcolm Wellmaker, but um, I'm expecting Mutino to actually put up the best fight of his career, because the UFC is bringing him on short notice, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like he's getting like a 3 fight contract. He's basically going to go out there and try to prove himself and try to earn a contract. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go to a finish, Rene. That is lot. I've been trying to answer that question. Um, he's only beaten Cameron Simon, and at this point, it's becoming who hasn't. It sucks. I'm South African, but I mean, he lost to Peyton Talbot. He lost to Christian Rodriguez. He lost to Malcolm Wellmaker. Cameron Simon went from being undefeated to losing to everyone. Like it's hard to even remember when the last time Cameron Simon actually won a fight. Unfortunately for him. So I don't know. Is beating Cameron Simon at this point good? It's even hard to say because like when was the last time Cameron actually won a fight? Not to bag on the guy, I'm just being honest. It's hard to actually quantify how much of a good win that was because Cameron Simon has not won a fight in a very long time. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to. Rooster, welcome to the stream, my guy. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I wouldn't actually be shocked if because you have to remember, Kris Moutinho was in the UFC and he was axed, right? This is his opportunity to earn his contract back. And if you think he's just going to come in there and just get chinned, I don't know, man. I feel like this guy is coming to fight for a job, and he's not going to come in there and just let Wallmaker do whatever he wants, right? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that experience is not gonna mean anything. Not maybe those 5 wins outside the UFC is not gonna mean anything. I'm just saying this guy's coming to fight for a job, and I feel like he's going to be a lot more dedicated than he's ever been. I think even the five-fight win streak he's been accumulating outside the UFC, it was so that he can get back into the UFC. And I don't think he's going to let this opportunity just slip by, right? But still, I'm still going with Malcolm Wallmaker. I think he is really skilled, but once again, Cameron Simon has been losing to virtually everyone at this point, so it's kind of hard to say if that was a good win or not. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let me respond to you guys so that I can go to the next fight. Rene the Lord. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Rene the Lord Wellmaker probably wins this fight, then gets given an unk, then loses that one. to to the Rich Martino will need some crazy pressure and cardio for this to work at all. Okay, that's fair. To Rich, he has the pressure, but damn, LOL, hard to not see him get cracked. I mean, that could happen. Just that I'm just looking at the circumstances. This guy, like I said, was cut from the UFC, got on a five-fight win streak, and is getting an opportunity to get his old job back. I don't know. I think he's gonna be motivated to try and actually get his job back. So maybe I'm wrong. That's why I'm picking Malcolm Wallmaker. I still feel like Malcolm Wallmaker is the better fighter between the both of them. I'm just not as confident as everyone else um, about this particular pick, especially because I haven't seen enough from Wallmaker in order to be that confident. Um, he beat Simon, but so did Christian Rodriguez, so did Peyton Talbot, and look at what Raoni Barcelos. Raoni Barcelos is like 38 or something like that, and look at what he did to him. Right, so is that even a good win? The guy that knocked him out, obviously, Peyton Talbot, or again, Cameron Sideman is did not attempt to grapple. What do you call him, Peyton Talbot? But the point is, I don't know if that was a good win. Rene the Rizlot, I think he just walks into a shot and gets put away. Okay, that could happen. I mean, he has the power to do it. Rene the Rizlot, Warmaker has nasty counters. Yeah, that's true. Twizzy Rich, He bum rushes a ton, probably gets sniped. Rooster, this fight is the easiest fight to pick. Wellmaker KO's Moutinho in round one. Yeah, highly possible. I'm just looking at the circumstances. Ultimately, Frenzy, welcome to the stream. Ultimately, the point, my breakdowns are not specifically to go just with the hype. I actually tell you what the other guy might bring to the table, and I'm just saying that Moutinho was cut, coming back on a five-fight win streak, fighting for a job. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be more motivated than ever. Maybe that's not gonna be enough. Um, but still, that's something to consider. Um, but yeah, it might not be enough, unfortunately, probably, right? But this is someone who has UFC experience, and even though Sean O'Malley is not like as great, but he is a former champion. Even though his path to the belt was one of the easiest, probably in the UFC, but nonetheless, he's at the top. You know, and okay, I don't even know at what point I was trying to make with that because he knocked him out. So I don't even know what I was trying to say. But still, he's fought really decent competition. At the very least, he's felt how it feels to be with a now former champion. So maybe that experience might give him some type of an advantage. Not, I don't know. I'm not as confident. Not even -1,000 confident. You know. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Um, Twizy Rich, I think it will be competitive. Then boom, KO. I don't see Wallmaker as an impressive um, minute winner. Okay. Frenzy said hi. Welcome, my guy. Twizy Rich, I feel like a Peyton showed the levels versus Simon. Wallmaker just KO'd him. It was a close. It was a close fight. Okay. Okay, that's actually an interesting analysis, man. Um, Sport Tide. I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. Welcome to the stream. Guys, I'm going to break down the last fight for today on this particular card, which is Jamie Lynn Harth versus Vanessa Dumopoulos. If you want to join me, let's go there. Drizzy Gold, Bug KO Rose by sub. What? Rose by sub? Like, okay, okay. Sport, you look wired. Are you in USA? That's a good joke. That's a good joke. Like I'm virtually disappearing from the camera at this point. Guys, let's go to the next fight. That was a good joke. Let's go to the next fight. I don't know if you guys are going to even join me because it's WMMA. So yeah, I think I'm done breaking down this fight. If you're new to the channel, join the live stream or rather the watch along. Tomorrow, Twizzy Rich, I hardly see you on the watch along. Drizzy Gold, you're becoming like more frequent. I like seeing that. I'll see. Let's go to the next fight, guys. And then for those who are not going to join me, I guess I'll see you tomorrow for the watch for the watch along. It's a banner. It's a banger of the night. Anyway, let's go to the next fight. Deuces.